Hello, my YouTubers. This is your girl, Her Destiny, coming at you today on this Wednesday afternoon, almost 3 p.m. in the evening, in the afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe, to like, and comment if you would like to. I would gladly appreciate that. Well, I am almost at my 100 subscribers that I need to go to the next phase, and I appreciate all of you who took the time out to subscribe to me. Just a couple more and I can move to the next phase, and it has been a easy process for me to come on YouTube. I have the time, and I have a whole lot going on in my head to talk about. Getting the subscribers was not as easy as I thought, but I believe that I have not been on here but maybe 6 months, so that is good to me. It is time to celebrate. I'm celebrating my few subscribers that are here, and like I said, I appreciate you so very, very much. Well, once again, I'm back to the topic of relationships. I'm back on the home front, and it is just a whole lot of mess going on in these relationships. If I hear about one more woman, wife, girlfriend, getting murdered or missing and can't be found, and I know I've brought up this topic before, but it just really doesn't sit well with me. And I know I can't save everybody, but I just talking about it helps. And so here I am again. And today I have my little notes with me, as you can see. And I would like to talk about, is your relationship healthy? And if it's not healthy, what are you going to do about it before it's too late? Because the longer you get into an unhealthy relationship, the harder it's going to be to get out of it. And the worse it's going to be on you. And if you have kids, the kids are going to suffer. It's just the overall picture is just going to be a bad one. So let's get into these notes. Why don't you? Why don't we? Okay. Does your partner, or if your partner believes that their happiness in the relationship is much more important than yours, they could care less about your day, how you're feeling, if you're tired, whatever the case may be. If you've been up all night with the kids and you've got to go to work, they don't care. Their happiness is the only thing that matters. Then that's a sign of unhealthy relationship. Okay, let's get on to the next one. I have my fan on so it's blowing because I get these little hot flashes. You know, it comes with age. Do you have to go above and beyond your duties as a partner to please them or satisfy them when you're not even getting close to that in return? Are they just asking and demanding too much of you? None of us can deal with that. That is another sign of an unhealthy relationship in my book. What is it that you and your partner not have in common now that you've gotten together? Now that you've hooked up and you're in a relationship, you've gone into a partnership. Maybe not marriage just yet, but even in a partnership, maybe you're living together. Whatever the case may be, what is it really that you do not have in common? Not have in common because you weren't thinking about any of that in the get-go. You were just so overly happy to be with them, so madly in love with them that you didn't even think about that. And now that you're with them, you see that you really don't have anything in common at all. And if you are not able to sit down and talk about the things that you don't have in common and can work on coming to some common ground, that is going to be another unhealthy phase in a relationship. If you really are not going to have much in common, the important thing that makes for a good, healthy relationship. Especially if your partner is not willing to put forth any changes. And we all know it is easier said than done to make changes for somebody else when you've been used to doing things your own way, on your own. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh yes. Did you think about kids? Did your partner want kids? Do you want kids? If you do, how many kids? Did you have kids before you got into a relationship? Was all that stuff talked about? And whether or not your partner was willing to put out what it takes to take responsibility as a partner, spouse, or whoever, to give those kids a good life, give them the attention that they need. All this stuff comes along with a relationship. Because if the kids are part of a relationship and you as a couple are not in tune with the kids and their needs, it's just going to be for an unhealthy relationship. And sometimes we don't talk about that part, but that is a very important part, as far as I'm concerned, to make a relationship a healthy relationship. Okay, let's go to the next one. Is your partner willing to be by your side during the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent? If you're having a bad day, are they going to be there for you? Because when you're dating, everything's all rosy until the real life sets in. The reality of it all. Is your partner going to get up and run every time there's a need to do something important? You know, are they going to be able to stand the tests that are coming their way? Because we know life throws us all kinds of curves. Good curves, bad curves. It's not all bad, but are they willing to take on the challenges that's coming? Or do they seem like the type of individual that's going to run from everything? That's going to be the sign of a bad relationship. And it's not going to be healthy in the long run. And your health is very important. Okay. Are there times in your relationship that you feel like your good just isn't good enough? That you have done all that you can do, you go above and beyond every day, you put them first, and you still haven't done good enough for them. No matter what you do, they always find something to complain about. It's like you're never going to make them happy. And that to me is like one of the biggest signs of an unhealthy relationship. For someone to judge you out of character, no matter what you do, they know that you're doing everything you can, knowing that you're going above and beyond, and still seems to find a reason to complain. In my eyes, they really need to get some mental help, some kind of mental evaluation. That is a bad sign. Does your partner, now this one here, it really gets to me when I hear this in friends, I've been through it too. Does your partner try to tell you what to do all the time and how to do it and when to do it? I touched on this in an earlier video, that controlling issue. Does your partner think or look at you as just some object to tell what to do, and not a person with emotions and feelings? Because if they start out that way, that is bad. And if I was you, I would work on trying to get on up out of there. Because it usually gets worse from what I know before it gets better. Once a control freak, always a control freak. And I touched on that in another video about being a control freak. Okay, let's get to the end of this. Is there mutual respect overall? Are they asking for you to respect them, but in return, not giving you any respect at all? Doing what they want to, when they want to, going and coming as they please? You know, all of these kinds of things. Sneaking around, no respect for you at all. That's another bad thing. That is a sign of unhealthiness in a relationship. That would kill me. Somebody I can't trust, somebody that doesn't respect me. I would have nothing of it. I would put it to a stop like really, really quick. Because some people expect you to respect them, but they don't want to give you the respect in return. We all know someone who's like that. Does your partner talk down to you? Like you're beneath them? Like they're up here somewhere and you're down here somewhere? No respect. That goes right back to that. Always talking down to you. That's not good at all. That is another sign that you need to figure out what you're going to do. Because that usually gets worse before it gets better. Because just for somebody to do something like that shows their character as a person. That is not good. All of these things and more can lead to an unhealthy relationship. The no respect, the talking down to you, the controlling, all of these things. It's so much more that I could get into today, but I'm going to bring this to an end. But is it time for you to evaluate your relationship with your partner, with your significant other? Is it worth it going forward? Because eventually it will lead to bad health, mentally and physically. I know this. I have been there before. It is no good going to come of it. No good at all. And now might be the time to evaluate what your next move is, because if you stay in a relationship that's not healthy too long, it's going to be hard to get out of it. We see this every day. Men are just absolutely killing their women. I don't know. I just don't understand, but some people can't let go. Especially those that do wrong. Those that don't respect you. The ones that never tried to make a change for you for the better. Those are the ones that give you the hardest time when you try to get out of a relationship. Well, this is your girl, Her Destiny, coming through once again. I want to thank you all for subscribing. I want to remind you to like and to comment. I really appreciate you guys. And I want to remind you that if you're in a bad relationship, it's never too late, but you have to do something about it sooner than later. Well, I know that's easier said than done.